Welcome back, fam! It's Teresa Von Regan here, and I'm here again with one of my favorite friends, Sean Malden.
How you doing? Hey, happy to be back.
Good. So we are here to share with you Sean's favorite recipe. What is that?
Chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie. Why is chicken pot pie your favorite?
You know, chicken pot pie, actually it wasn't my favorite growing up. I remember my grandfather having a garden and he would make all his vegetables and throw it in and make it. I didn't really like it then. It wasn't until high school, my high school sweetheart, she made the world's best chicken pot pie.
Oh, his high school sweetheart.
And you know, I'm originally from Alabama and she had a real country kind of twist to it, so it was delicious.
All right, great. So let's dive in and do our chicken pot pie. First, what we're gonna do is put the chicken in a pot of chicken broth, and then we're gonna add spices. So we have a bunch of chicken in our broth, and we're gonna add a few spices and some salt and pepper. Ready to dump in the spices?
Let's go.
So we have salt here. I love to use pink Himalayan salt. Pepper. We have thyme, basil, and garlic powder. So let's dump them in. You want to dump them in?
Sure.
Do the honors.
All right.
Dump
So
them in the pot.
this is
That's basil.
basil. Okay. This is garlic.
Garlic powder.
Garlic powder. I love garlic. Garlic is good on everything, isn't
Garlic is good on everything.
it? What's this? This is
That's thyme.
Thyme. Okay. Can't go wrong with pink Himalayan salt.
Yes, love that.
They say it's better than like the regular iodine salt.
Yes, it's better for you. You can check out online, Google it, how pink Himalayan salt is so much better for you.
Google's our friend.
Google is our friend, yes.
Coarse black pepper.
Yes, fresh ground black pepper.
All right.
Okay, you want to mix it up?
Sure. Okay. Give it a swirl here. So how long are you letting it cook here? Because the chicken looks like it's already been...
So you just let it cook until the chicken is completely cooked all the way through. And then you're gonna save all that good juice. And you're gonna take the chicken out and chop it into pieces for your pot pie.
Is this enough stirring or?
Yeah, perfect, perfect, you got it. Now our chicken's all cooked and ready to be drained. We're gonna put it on our cutting board over here to cool. And while it cools, we're gonna saute some celery and onion and some butter. Buttery goodness. Who doesn't love butter? You love butter? Now, before I finish putting the chicken on the cutting board, I wanna talk about my favorite chicken broth or chicken stock. It's this better than bouillon that you can get at Costco, and I love it. Next, I'm gonna set the chicken broth and the chicken to the side.
I'll do that for you.
Okay, thank you. And I'm gonna bring my saucepan in. And we are going to saute some fresh onion and celery and buttery goodness. We set our heat to medium. And now we're gonna dump in our butter. We've doubled our recipe because Sean's gonna take a full tray of pot pie home. So if you're wondering why there's so much butter there.
Well, that butter smells good.
It does smell good. What's butter remind you of? What does that smell remind you of?
You know what butter reminds you of? It reminds you of going to the movies. You know, they have
Ooh.
that buttery popcorn right when you
Yes.
walk in. Nothing like it.
Yes, nothing like it. Are you an extra butter guy?
Well, you know, I need to watch my butter intake, but I do like some good butter. I can't lie to you.
Me too. I like extra butter popcorn. Now we're gonna just put in all the celery and onion. Now Sean, I want you to mix all that up.
Okay, hey, I am a professional mixer.
Looking good.
Thank you, thank you. I told you I'm a professional mixer. You said you've been making chicken pot pie for about 20 years?
like more like close to 25.
Oh wow, that's good. That means it's gonna be extra good, right?
Yeah. Cooking has just been part of my family, and chicken pot pie actually reminds me of cooking with my mom, my grandma,
Right.
and it's just been part of our family. So I finally wrote down this recipe because my family, they don't write down recipes and they're like, yeah, dump a little bit of that, dump a little bit of this, and I'm like,
That
how
sounds
much?
familiar.
Yeah. So part of the purpose of my YouTube channel is to write down recipes for my friends and family to have the actual recipes and measurements.
Now, I've been stirring this a little while. I'm not sure.
Okay, so you're doing great. And all our butter's melted. You can see all the butter is melted. The onions are almost like translucent looking. And the celery's cooked. Now we're gonna add in, and we're gonna keep it on like medium low, our flour. Just make sure you stir that in good.
Now, I know that when you want to make like a gravy, flour helps to thicken it. Is it the same principle here?
Yes. We're gonna add in some milk, and then we're gonna dump all this mixture with that chicken broth that we put aside. So it's gonna look a little thick and strange right now, but it's all gonna get mixed in with all the other ingredients, and it's gonna thin out a little bit. So you can see how it's looking a little thick right now. That's normal, that's good. Because like Sean said, we're making a gravy.
This
How's it smell?
looks and smells delicious.
The smell reminds me of just good old home cooking, right?
Yeah. And you know, it's funny because as much as I love chicken pot pie, this is the absolute first time I've ever made it. I'm helping you.
For real?
Yeah, I've never made it. I've always eaten it.
Okay. Well, you're gonna get to take a full tray home because we
good.
doubled our recipe for Sean.
Don't be mad.
We gotta feed the single men, you know. So now that Sean did a wonderful job mixing the celery, the butter, the flour, the onion, we're gonna add in the milk. And we're gonna stir that. So we're gonna slowly add in the milk, and I'm gonna let you keep stirring since you're such an expert stirrer.
Expert. I might go apply for a job as a sous chef somewhere, and I want them to let me stir. That's all I want to do, stir the food.
I'll give you a good reference.
Okay.
And we're just gonna keep stirring that and just mixing all the ingredients and letting it gel together. And then after, we're gonna add this into the chicken broth. Sean has done an amazing job of stirring what I want to call like a roux.
Well, thank you.
Now we're gonna pour this into our chicken broth that we cooked the chicken in, the chicken and spices.
Sorry about that.
It's okay, good teamwork. The roux is in the pot, and now we're gonna stir and whisk. Ready? And stir and I'll whisk a little bit. And this is making like a nice gravy for our pot pie. So you want to put it on like medium-low heat, stir it and whisk it and let it thicken. And then we're gonna add in the chicken, the roasted carrots and green beans, and mixed vegetables. We're gonna give our roux 10 to 20 minutes to thicken on medium to medium-low heat and turn into a silky, smooth, buttery, creamy, chicken brothy sauce. Well, you know, Sean, I was out in my herb garden yesterday, picking some herbs, thinking about making this pot pie, and I don't mean like marijuana herbs. I have like a fresh herb garden on my porch, and I was just smelling all that goodness. I have some rosemary and parsley, and sometimes I put that into my pot pie, and I was like thinking about making this delicious pot pie with my friend Sean, and just thinking about my childhood and all the good memories of eating pot pie with my family. We're gonna just whisk our gravy for one last time, so it's nice. Think of like that savory southern chicken pot pie. It almost smells like chicken and dumplings too. My other favorite, chicken and dumplings. Now we're gonna dump our chicken, carrots, and roasted green beans. So earlier we roasted some carrots and green beans fresh to add to this. And then we have some frozen mixed vegetables that we defrosted, and we're just gonna dump it all in. Ready?
Sounds good.
So chicken, I'm gonna give you the honors of scooping it in. Scoop it all in. Then we have carrots, fresh roasted carrots. Thank you, Chef Sean. Mr. Mayor Mountain. Did you know Sean is a mayor too?
Yep, my other hat, I'm a mayor.
He does a lot of awesome things for the community. You got it?
Mayor by day, chef by night.
And now the chef is gonna put the green beans in, roasted green beans. And some yummy mixed vegetables. Look how delicious that looks. We've mixed all the gravy and the vegetables, and now we're gonna mix Sean's favorite part.
Yeah, I love the topping. That's always the best part.
We're gonna make a biscuit topping, and you wouldn't believe what the biscuit topping is made out of. What do you think?
Biscuit mix?
Kind of. Bisquick.
Oh, okay.
So it's some Bisquick, milk, and eggs, and it makes the yummiest topping. All right, we're down to the finish line. We're gonna pour in the Bisquick. Sean, do me the honors of dumping in the milk. And the egg.
I love how everything is made from scratch.
Yes.
You know, that's always the best. When it's made from scratch, the ingredients are, added in one at a time. You know, everything's not coming from a box. And we live in a box generation.
Yes.
But it reminds me of those Alabama days,
And when everything's made from scratch, it's so much healthier for you. It's just fresh, good ingredients. Final steps are to spray our pan with some cooking spray to make sure we have no stick, and to pour our pot pie mixture into the pan and then top it with our biscuit mix. Then we're gonna bake it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 30, give or take a little bit, 30 minutes, depending on the temperature of your oven. Okay, so let's spray. Just a light spray.
Teresa, I want to say thank you for this opportunity to cook with you. As we're doing this, I'm reminded of growing up with my grandmother, and she didn't have too many hands in the kitchen, so she wouldn't let us be in the kitchen. So I never really learned how to cook. So this is amazing.
Oh, really? She didn't have too many hands in the kitchen?
Oh, she said, you know what? Get out of my kitchen while I'm
really?
cooking. Yeah. So this is fun for me.
My grandmother seemed to love cooking with her daughters and then her grandkids when we got older. So that's interesting. some people just like their space, right?
Right.
Like to be like, stay out of my space. I gotta get into my groove. We're gonna top it with half the biscuit mixture because we're making a second tray for my buddy Sean to bring home. Sometimes I even top it with a little bit of fresh herbs, which I didn't get more fresh herbs, but you can take some fresh rosemary or some fresh parsley and mix it, top it on the biscuit mix, and it gives it some pretty color, but then it adds like a nice flavor to the biscuit mix. Yummy. What do you think, Sean? You can complete this at home by yourself next time?
I wouldn't even try it.
You can come over to my house next time and make another one.
I mean, yeah, I'll just have you do it and I'll just eat what you make. No, but you know, it's not that difficult. It doesn't seem that difficult. It's just, you know, I'll have to make sure I get a hold of this video after you post it so I know how to redo it.
And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, hit the bell so you can see the next video. And then check me out on Instagram and Facebook at Teresa Von Regan.
Teresa Von Regan.
And don't forget to check out Sean Nowden. Sean, that pot pie is complete.
It looks delicious.
It does. So it sat for 15 minutes after the oven. And now we're gonna dig in and try it out.
That is good.
Does it taste like some good Southern
Yes, it does.
Alabama cooking? Nice and creamy. Yum. Bam, that about wraps it up. You ready to finish our pot pie, Sean?
Absolutely.
And don't forget, subscribe, comment with what you want to see next. What recipe? Bye for now, fam.